So if you really want to level up your tassel game, you can start adding jewelry, charms, etc. This does not have to be expensive. I actually have, this is just part of it, but I have a collection of jewelry that I've gotten in huge lots of broken jewelry from thrift stores, garage sales, family, friends, whoever wants to give up some of their costume jewelry that's broken or they just don't want anymore. And so I'm able to use it for lots of different craft projects. And in this case, there was an earlier video where I created this tassel and showed you how I do them. But now I want to go ahead and add some elements of, you know, some charms and stuff to it. So we're doing this in real time. So sorry for the noise, but things don't roll as much if I do it here. So I want to use part of this necklace just like that. So I wanted about that length. Again, I don't know exactly, I mentioned before in the earlier video, I don't know what I'm using this charm for. I know it's going to be on the end of a mini book, but you know, I'm guessing it's going to be about, you know, maybe about 8-10 inches tall. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this and get rid of this part of the necklace. There's that. And so we can go ahead and take this whole piece and set it aside out of the way. And then there we go. So this is the end I opened. So I think it's going to be great just as it is, but I can also then add something more to the very end. So let me see how long that's going to be. Will it work? So I'm going to actually, you have different choices. You can attach it here to the lobster clip. I want to attach it here to this ribbon that binds it together. So that's kind of where I'm holding this to see how long it gets, and it's still shorter than many of the ribbons. So I'm going to go ahead and put these two pieces together. And let me tell you, this is much easier to do if you do not have long nails, but I love my long nails, so I have long nails, and so I suffer through. I don't know if this O-ring is going to be big enough, but we'll go ahead and use it. Use what the jewelry already has as much as you can. I do have a stash of O-rings and whatnot, so that I can, you know, replace or go bigger or smaller or whatever my creation requires that the jewelry didn't have. But if you can use what's existing, hey, it's all the better. Recycle, reuse. So this is going, yeah, I think it's gonna be too small to fit both of these in here. Maybe not, let me see. So again, this is kind of the tedious part, trying to get you may need to get two pliers, needle nose pliers, but at the same time, I can sometimes hold it with the pliers and then use the wire cutters to get in there and do what I need done. So we're gonna start over, try again. But again, this is gonna be the more tedious part, trying to get this to close back up. Opening seems to be easier than closing most times. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in here with both tools. And you don't want to pull apart whenever you're taking these O-rings apart. You want to slide across, like twist. Rather than yank apart, you want to twist back and forth. And again, you don't want to do this too much. You can weaken the wire, but I am hoping that, I mean, I have no idea how old this jewelry is. I have no idea. So it may very well be on its last leg. So if it breaks, it breaks. And like I said, I have extra. So there we go. So we have now got this long charm ready to go. And I am going to use this O-ring to attach it. So this came off this piece's, one of its other parts to this. This necklace was insane. It was so long. And so many different types of, it was just layered with different pearls and jewels and beads. So taking it apart was actually a lot of fun to see what all different styles I could actually get out of the one necklace. So, and then I'm going to take this and feed it through. Now remember, I used well, you may not remember if you didn't see the first video, but if you look at the first video, I chose a very narrow, satiny, almost rope-like fiber to tie this off with. That also helps you to be able to add things to that fiber without having too much trouble doing that. So this doesn't quite want to close with a simple twist. So we're going to go ahead and go in here, see if we can get it to shut. There we go. Yes, there we go. And then I usually like to hide that joint back and twist it into the behind the fiber, just so that hopefully there's a better chance of it staying intact and not having any issues. So there we go. There's our fiber with a charm on it. And then I have other ones that I'll add to it as well as we go along here. So let's see, this does have the gold metal, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. There's gold in here. Mixing metals generally, unless I'm working on a very monochromatic project, doesn't bother me. This was a heart I found in one of the batches of stuff that I got, so I think this will fit really well in here. And I want my different tassels to be different lengths. I can even add stuff to this if I wanted. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using all of this, but it's here. And then here's that necklace that I got everything from. There's a lot. There's a lot to it. And so I want to use some of these chains that comes with it. I think I'm going to use this one here. And it already has a clasp. It has different, like, I'm not sure if someone strung together a few different necklaces to make this one. I can't say it doesn't all go well together, because it did. But I've taken so much from this necklace and there's still so much left. So I'm going to use this one to go ahead, and it's already got a cute little dangly ball at the end of it. So I'm going to put something else here. Maybe I'm going to do, let's see, I think I want to put this heart on for sure. So I'm going to open up this O-ring and attach this. And again, sometimes they don't want to quite open on their own, so use two different tools. There we go. I want it to be somewhat high up, so it has its own, it doesn't really have to compete with that other pearls. And again, easier if you don't have nails, promise. If you have nails, well, it's a challenge, but obviously not impossible. So, and then take this and put it back together. So there's that one. And so I'm going to attach it right about there. And I think I want to add one more thing. Maybe Hope. I think Hope would be really cool on this one. So back to the necklace again to see if I can find an O-ring that I can pilfer from it to do what I would like to do with it. Let's see. It's a clasp. There's got to be an O-ring around here somewhere. Here, this one will. There we go. Looks like I've already pilfered from this. Let's use this O-ring. It's got a thread in the way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use this O-ring right here. And of course, you can buy some really cool charms. There's such cool ones right now. But, you know, use what you have as much as you can. But I totally get it if you're going with a certain theme and you just found the perfect charm. I get it. I've been there. So I'm going to go ahead and feed. So jewelry making is not my bag. I did try a beading class. My husband oddly signed us up one December, and he did it as part of a date day, which was super fun. But he was actually better at beading than I was. Go figure on that. I can't even hang on to stuff. He was so much better at beading than me. It wasn't even funny. Like, I don't even think the instructor expected that. I certainly didn't, considering how much crafting I have done. Just won't let me put the hope on. It's like, hello, I would really like the hope on, please. There we go. Still, I just hadn't made it wide enough, of course. All right, and then close it up yet again. And when you're using wire cutters, try to use as least amount of force as you can with those wire cutters so you don't accidentally cut it or weaken the O-ring. So, there we go. And this already has a clasp on it, so I can go ahead and just attach it right like that. And that's what I'm going to do. And again, working the challenge with the nails here, and I'm going to just tag it right onto this O-ring that I already put on, like that. So there we go. So we have definitely leveled up our tassel game. with some very cute additions. So hope that helps you with your tassel making.